Let's go Ravens! The week started hot around here. The Baltimore Ravens are preparing something bold for this year's draft. Not only are they keeping their 11 draft picks, but they're also betting everything on a strategy that could change their roster in the best possible way. I have something important to tell you, but first make sure you've already hit the like button. But only do that if you have a purple and black heart. Comment like this: Go Ravens! This year we're going to the Super Bowl. The logic is simple. When you're one of the deepest teams in the NFL, when your coach, John Harbaugh, says you can step in and play right now, and when you only have a few real holes to fill, why not be aggressive? This mock draft from a well-known Ravens analyst proposes two bold trades that could guarantee Baltimore two players with immediate impact, and the names involved are sure to raise eyebrows among fans and management. Let's get into the first blockbuster. The Ravens trade up with the Seattle Seahawks to snag the 18th overall pick, sending over their own 27th pick and their third rounder, 91 overall. And who's worth this aggressive move? Mike Green, the edge rusher out of Marshall, is this analyst's dream pick for Baltimore, and for good reason. We're talking about a guy who exploded onto the scene in 2024 with 17 sacks, 81 tackles, nearly 60 pressures, and 3 forced fumbles. The production is as real as it gets. Critics point to the level of competition he faced at Marshall, but Green showed out at the Senior Bowl, even putting a future first or second round offensive lineman, Josh Connolly Jr., on his back. His combination of strength, speed, and explosion makes him the kind of edge presence that could terrorize AFC North quarterbacks for years to come. If he's there at 18, this mock says Baltimore should make that call without hesitation. But they're not done. The second big swing, trading up from pick 59 to 51 with the Denver Broncos, coughing up 2 sixth-rounders to make it happen. The target, Maxwell Hairston, the physical, versatile cornerback out of Kentucky. This guy tested off the charts. We're talking about a 4.2840, a 9.99 relative athletic score, and a vertical near 40 inches. He's a pure athlete with long arms, smooth hips, and elite ball skills. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. He joins a cornerback room already featuring Marlon Humphrey and promising talents like Nate Wiggins. Hairston might just be the missing link in a Ravens secondary that's preparing for a new era. Whether it's man or zone, he can line up and compete, and the Ravens would be wise to take the gamble, especially when he's still on the board at 51. After trading away their third rounder, Baltimore turns its attention to value in the fourth round. At pick 129, they target Torrey Horton, a wide receiver from Colorado State. Injuries shortened his 2024 season, but this guy was a machine the 2 years prior, posting back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with a total of 167 receptions and 16 touchdowns. He's the kind of mid-round sleeper you look back on in a few years and ask, how did we let him fall that far? If healthy, Horton has WR3 potential, with real upside to climb higher. Just 7 picks later, at 136, the Ravens double dip on edge, helped by selecting Savion Jones from LSU. While he might not have the immediate star power of Mike Green, Jones is a raw talent with upside. Playing in the shadows of teammates like Braden Swinson, Jones still managed 4.5 sacks, 43 pressures, and even added 2 pass breakups. He's a development piece, but with mentors like Kyle Van Noy and Odefo around, there's a clear path to growth. Now here's where things get even more Ravens-esque. In the 5th round, they add some serious juice to the linebacker core with Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma. This guy is a throwback tackling machine. He racked up 109 tackles, 8 for loss, a sack, and 13 pressures across 12 games. Stutzman might not be the most polished in coverage, but when it comes to stuffing the run and bringing attitude to the defense, he fits the Ravens mold to a T. 6th round time is where depth and development become the themes. First up, at pick 203, it's Zeke Biggers, a monstrous defensive lineman from Georgia Tech, tipping the scales at over 300 pounds. He's not flashy, but he's got that classic Ravens nose tackle vibe. With Michael Pierce officially retired, Biggers could be the next man up to provide depth behind guys like Travis Jones and Broderick Washington. Then at pick 210, the Ravens grab Jake Majors, a center from Texas who could convert to guard. This is a high-floor pick. Majors has logged nearly 1,000 snaps in multiple seasons, and he helped lead the culture shift in Texas trenches under coach Steve Sarkisian. He's got experience, leadership, and if all goes well, the potential to start in year 2. And finally, pick 243, the 7th-round flyer, Fentrell Cypress II, cornerback out of Florida State. He's the definition of a traits over production pick. He ran a 4.4340, had an impressive 3-cone drill, and jumped well, solid athletic profile all around. But the numbers weren't there in college. That's fine. At this stage in the draft, You're swinging for potential, and Cypress brings it. With the right development, maybe even under a guy like Marlon Humphrey, he could turn into a steal. So what do you think, Ravens flock? Are you on board with an aggressive, trade-up heavy draft strategy that brings in high upside, high character players at key positions? Does Mike Green feel like the game wrecker Baltimore's been missing off the edge? Could Maxwell Hairston be the next star corner in purple and black? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Grade this mock 1 to 10. Let us know how you feel. This might just be the boldest blueprint yet for the 2025 NFL Draft. Let's keep it going, Ravens flock, because while the names have been laid out and the picks locked into this mock, it's the ripple effect across the roster that really starts to paint the full picture. If Baltimore actually pulls off these trades and adds this class of players, we're looking at a potential reshaping of key position groups heading into the season, and not just with bodies, but with real, immediate contributors. Start with the edge rushers. With Mike Green and Savion Jones both in the building, suddenly the Ravens' pass rush room is no longer just hopeful, it's dangerous. Green would step in right away as a rotation piece with a high ceiling, pushing the competition with Kyle Van Noy and Ode Foa. Now, imagine Mike McDonald dialing up exotic blitzes with that kind of speed and disruption off the edge. The Ravens' defense already struck fear into opponents last season. This move keeps that identity intact and even turns up the heat. Green is no project. He's built to go right now, and in a division where the Ravens have to face Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, and now a rejuvenated Steelers offense, pressure off the edge isn't optional, it's mandatory. Now shift over to the secondary. The addition of Maxwell Hairston and Fentrell Cypress II could give Baltimore a rare blend of veteran leadership and youthful athleticism. Hairston brings elite tools and playmaking potential, and if he can refine his press technique and continue developing his instincts, he might not just compete for a starting job, he could win it outright. Fentrell Cypress, on the other hand, is the type of guy who could sit, learn, and quietly become something special with time. This draft model doesn't just plug holes, it's thinking 2 or 3 years ahead. Marlon Humphrey won't play forever. Brandon Stevens is solid, but not irreplaceable. Depth and upside at corner are crucial in today's pass-happy NFL. Let's talk about the wide receiver room. Torrey Horton might be flying under the radar nationally, but Baltimore fans should be paying close attention. This team hasn't exactly hit on every wide receiver draft pick, but Horton is different. He's experienced, consistent, and crafty after the catch. Sure, there's the injury concern, but his production before that shows exactly the kind of chain mover and possession guy Lamar Jackson could use. With Zay Flowers stepping into WR1 territory, Horton can slot in as a reliable WR3 or WR4 who helps keep the offense moving, especially on third downs. This kind of savvy target is what separates elite offenses from the rest. And don't sleep on Jake Majors. He's not flashy. He's not going viral with pancake blocks. But what he is dependable. Baltimore has always valued offensive line depth, and this is a guy who could become an Alex Mack type in this system. Even with Tyler Linderbaum entrenched at center, Major's ability to slide over to guard makes him incredibly valuable, especially in a league where interior O-line injuries can wreck entire game plans. So, what's the verdict, Ravens flock? Did this mock draft hit the mark? Are these the kinds of players you want wearing purple and black this fall? Is this the blueprint that finally brings another Lombardi trophy to Baltimore? Let us know down in the comments. Grade the mock, share your favorite pick, and tell us what move you'd make if you were in Eric DeCosta's chair. We'll be back with more coverage as draft day approaches, but for now, this mock draft is officially on the board.